for joining us to give us more details on this. We're going to leave it there and shift our focus to developments that are taking place in Assam. Let's put out the first breaking information. Devastating monsoon floods worsened by heavy rains and a cloudburst in neighbouring Nagaland have killed about 62 people, with nearly 100 still missing in Assam. Over 10 lakh people across 25 districts are affected, with Sivasagar and Jorhat among the worst hit. Nibir Deka joins us on the broadcast to share more on this. Nibir, the numbers are very alarming. We're understanding that there are 100 people that are missing at the moment. There are 62 lives that have been claimed as of now. And if you come to think about it, there's a lot more time that's left for the monsoon to settle in, for us to change the seasons. Nibir, if you can hear me.
Well, absolutely, Asawri, this is an unprecedented situation in Assam. More than 11 lakh people are impacted in the ongoing Assam floods. 62 is the latest death toll as shared by the Assam Chief Minister. And what is more concerning here is that in a press conference, he has stated that 20% as of yesterday, people in these three affected districts are yet to be contacted, which is the Sivasagar and the Charaideo district, two of the most affected districts. The people, 20% of those people in the districts are yet to be contacted by the state authorities, who are trying to do the rescue and relief operation. So that tells you the gravity of the situation. And the situation is such that the Prime Minister himself has called the Chief Minister just a while ago, taking stock of the situation of the state. And what is also concerning here is that many of the people cannot go back to their houses because of the silt and other flood waters and mud entering their houses, and they are staying in relief camps depending on the relief supplies shared by the district administration. So that is the present scenario in Assam, wherein many people, thousands of people, have become homeless amid the prevailing situation.
All right, neighbors, stay on with us. We're tracking more breaking updates. The Assam government has announced rupees 4 lakh ex gratia for families of the deceased as floods continue to ravage in the state. BJP Assam spokesperson Meeta Nath Bora also announced that the Assam government has launched a swift and coordinated response, with currently 9,606 people sheltered in government-operated relief camps, while 34,905 are receiving assistance outside camps through distribution centers and direct outreach. Medical teams have been deployed throughout affected districts to ensure the supply of essential medicines, sanitation facilities, clean drinking water and nutritional support for vulnerable groups including women, children, senior citizens and persons with disabilities. Nibir continues to be with us in the broadcast. Nibir, we're tracking information on the kind of support that has been given. There are people who've been housed in government-operated camps, others who are being given a lot of support through different aids, whether that's taking care of their nutrition, medical assistance, clean water, sanitation. What is the information that we're tracking? And also help us understand about the requirements on the ground.
Well, absolutely. Whenever a situation like this happens, the biggest problem is drinking water. So that's the biggest problem. And as you know, that many of the motor pumps, the residential motor pumps, are all damaged by the water. We have spoken to several people whose houses have been damaged, and we spoke to them and they stated the same, that their motor pumps have been damaged. So their dependence on drinking water is totally on the relief supplies sent by the government as well as other NGOs and agencies that are working day and night. And secondly is their food items, because they are not able to go to their house, they're not able to cook, so they are depending on the relief supplies being sent. As a result of that, there is a growing demand and need for proper relief supplies, which is the call of the hour. And further, as far as the living conditions is concerned, they are all camping either in the highway or in the higher lands. There are certain embankments which have been broken down, but the remaining part of the embankments, people are camping there because that's the highland area of their village. So that is the current situation. And the unfortunate thing in some of the cases are that people had to live on top of their tin roof, and that because the water had almost submerged their entire house, so people have stayed there like that for an entire night when the water came down, rushing all the way from the hills of Nagaland. And this happened on the night of 20 July, and which led to people had no reaction time to come out of their houses, and most of their cars have also been submerged. So that is a total mayhem, especially in these two districts of Sivasagar and Charaideo districts. And currently the all-out effort is now going on to rescue and rehabilitate the people to the safety areas. Fortunately, the rainfall has subsided, but the bigger challenge here is not the rainfall alone. The water that has entered these districts, and they are yet to go. The water level is yet to go down, and the major rivers are also flowing in a very dangerous trajectory, including rivers such as the Dikhoy and Disang. And that has proven to be a big challenge for the locals living there.
All right, Nibir, stay on with us. We're tracking more breaking updates. The Assam State Disaster Management Authority, District Administration, State Disaster Response Force, National Disaster Response Force, Assam Police, Fire and Emergency Services and the Health Department have been working continuously to address the situation that's prevailing in Assam. 101 relief camps and distribution centers have been set up across affected districts to provide shelter, cooked food, drinking water, medical care and other essential services. Nibir continues to be with us on the broadcast. Nibir, we've spoken about it briefly, but I do want to get into it a little more. There are multiple, there is a lot that has been done to make sure that people are all right, they're safe, they're getting exactly what they need. Walk us through the details. How many people have been reportedly affected by the flood and the landslide situation? What are the concerns that they're raising at the moment?
See, the bigger challenge is that they are displaced from their own house. That is the biggest thing that can anyone face, because they are displaced, and most of these people are from affluent families. They have their RCC structures and all. Water has entered these structures. The students have had to lose their pass certificates from their matriculation examination or senior secondary examination. There are also cases like that. And so the entire, housing area and residential area has been totally destroyed by the rushing flood waters. Second problem is that a lot of the farmers have lost their livestock. There is still yet to be a survey done, because currently the focus has been the relief operation. But if you take out a survey, there is a huge loss of livestock. There are people who had started their fish farms, all of it swept away by the floods, and we are yet to count the number of livestock missing, because such is the tragedy of the incident, that the focus is now only on rescue and rehabilitation. Once these numbers are found out, there will be a huge number of livestock losses. There will be a huge loss of farm losses, because this is the season when the seeds are sown in the farms, and following which they are harvested by the next winter. So all of that has been destroyed. The highways are totally destroyed. The roads and connectivity has been totally destroyed. 62 number of deaths is just one number, but there are also people who are missing, yet to be reported. If all of those are accounted for, the number will go even higher. So that is the main problem which we are not talking about. And another thing is that a lot of the areas do not have internet as well as electricity. The electricity, when we spoke to the chief minister, he stated that the water had gone above the transformers in some of the town areas and the village areas. So once the water goes above the transformer has also been destroyed. So that there is a huge loss of public property, and the huge loss of infrastructure which we have seen. It is unprecedented, and as a result of that, a cabinet ministerial team is also expected to come to Assam to assess the situation, so that a proper report can be tabled and a proper assessment can be done on the amount of losses faced by the public as well as by the state.
Okay, all right. Nipper, thank you so much for joining us in the broadcast, sharing all those details with us. We are going to leave it there and shift our focus to some more breaking news coming in. In a significant development in Manipur's peace progress, 46